All right. Hello. Welcome everyone back to a Brunch 420 edition of the Happy Hour Show. And who better to join for this occasion than the Big Kirkowski and Freddie Quotes. How you guys doing?
Awesome, man. How are you?
Wonderful, as you can see here. But we will be joined shortly by the Wake Up HEX crew as well.
Awesome.
And yeah, I guess there's a few things to talk about. We were chatting up some stuff in the green room, and some that we can perhaps mention on air, others not. But Big K, I did see that you were in the company of one near and close to Hedron. Was that correct?
Yes.
Did I see that on Twitter?
That is correct. That picture was not AI. That was us.
It was not AI generated. And before we get into that, let's welcome the Wake Up Hex crew. We got Papa B. We have got Peter.
It's all of us.
It's
all of us.
Kenny B.
Yeah.
Kenny B.
Bravo.
We got Toby Wan. Hex Obi.
Hey.
And first time welcome also to Westcott, man.
What's up?
Yo, real talk.
DJ.
I just recorded a new song yesterday that Wesco, all we have to do is get the video together and we're going to drop a new song for you guys. And I'm telling you, as I was recording it yesterday, we were crying, laughing in the studio. It is such a good song, man. It is so good.
Funny. Oh, Freddie Quotes is here. Dope, man. What's up, man?
Chilling, man.
Hey, I'm trying to jump on that stream later, too, with the 420.
Yeah, I'll send the link out to you, brother.
Come aboard.
Yeah.
Should I move to the side so you guys can give fist bumps or something? Do you can't tell he's up here?
Hell yeah, man. I hope everybody got their drink, man. I got mine.
I just might have something here.
I'm going to go raid the mini bar for.
I guess we're starting early. Is it too early?
Don't drink that
it's
bong
420,
water, man.
bro.
That's some harsh
Alright,
stuff.
Fuck it.
Are we
Absolutely
live,
gorgeous
right?
weather. Let's roll, man. And I guess we have a few things to talk about.
I'm going to take it in a different direction. So I have a Pabst Blue Ribbon High Seltzer. This is a weed seltzer beverage.
A weed seltzer?
Yeah, mango, blood orange, 10 milligrams, THC, cannabis infused. It's not actually alcohol, but it has the Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. What the heck is that?
Dude, have you had the PBR coffees, the hard coffees? They're so good.
I haven't. Well, we're going to get into it and see what happens.
I have a couple of those like cannabis drinks that when we were out in Vegas in September, I bought like a 4-pack or whatever at the dispensary, and I've got 2 of them. I gave 2 of them away, but I'm bringing them on the cruise next week, so those should be fun.
Hey, Freddie Quotes, snap me a blast and blow it down this direction, please. I
got you, brother.
Contact.
I got you, brother. I got you.
This is the craziest thing ever.
I'm just saying hello to everyone in chat. But Big K, while you partake there, we were just continue. It was not AI that we saw you and Alex from Hedron, correct? What was going on?
No. That was it was we did a. Alex was our private screener. He when we did the box sets, he got the number 1 box set. Oh no, did we lose me? Am I still here?
I can hear you.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, he got the box set,
the
number 1. So he got to come out, and we all came together. RG3 came, director Patrick came, and did a private screening for him of The Highest of Stakes, and it was awesome. It was super kick-ass to get together, and I mean, out of all the crazy Hexkins that I could have met, not gonna lie, I was super excited to meet and hang out with Alex, and then to be able to show the movie, and it was the first time I got to see it with the full orchestral sound and everything put together in it, and it's fucking incredible. I mean, like, I already thought it was incredible, but holy shit, was it great! And he loved, and most importantly, getting a fresh ass. What's up, DJ?
Hey, I made it over. I had to close up shop.
Because everybody left.
Yes.
Somebody's gonna strike and put all the gear away. You know, I feel
exactly. Thank you for having us, Cabana. Oh, okay, here's the beach, the waves.
So the movie is fire, right?
It's fucking awesome, and not only do of course I think it is because like we've been involved with it and like putting our heart and soul and shit into it, but like the seeing Alex's reaction and hearing him say this is exquisite. This was, I mean, he was generally like over the moon. He was blown away by everything you know, like it was great to see. Like, it's been several months since we've gotten anybody's fresh reaction from it. You know, like we got ours, you know, when we saw it, but like I haven't seen anybody new watch it like that or be with them to see it yet, and it was a fucking excellent experience. Like I had a great time just watching him have a good time.
Does Richard look like a good guy or a bad guy? And they were kind of mixed.
I mean,
you'll have to watch, man.
Yeah, you gotta have to watch.
So tune in.
All right,
it's a fair documentary, man.
What's coming out first, PulseChain or the movie?
I've been wrong about these time estimates from jump. I've been very wrong. So like I would
just like software, movies are hard.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah,
movies are hard.
I didn't realize how hard they were. It's insane. It's but you know, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. I'd like them to come out. You know,
I'm not satisfied.
Close-ish.
I'm not satisfied at all.
No, I hear you. I'm not satisfied.
Keep on hyping it.
It was weird. Like we waited so long for V3, and then V3 came, and then it like went. And once V3 came, I was like, man, it was all that hype, all that build up. Everyone was waiting for it, and then it was kind of like nothing. And I hope Pulse doesn't do the same thing, man. Yeah, like Pulse. Well, like say Pulse launches, and now it's here. Okay, well now what do we wait for? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean that's the
X's.
I mean,
exactly.
For all the other stuff to launch on it, for people to use it, for the chain to continue, you know, like that's the thing is all that. It's why there's buy the rumor, sell the news events. Is because most of the time in crypto, it's like that Silicon Valley show where like they're like, oh no, we're never actually launching a product. You just like keep the hype going forever. You know, like that's I mean, there's something to be said for that because most of the time things once they're actually out aren't that like they're not as revolutionarily mind blowing on day one. Like I mean, neither was Ethereum. Ethereum sucked ass early on, you know. So like it takes a while for the
stop footing my PulseChain, bro.
And recently.
No, I'm not footing it.
Ethereum sucks.
Yeah,
recently,
apparently
man.
You didn't see what I paid for gas today, Kirk.
Oh, it's insane. I've got several folks that have been in my group too that are complaining about the gas fees too. Somebody's.
I had a day one stake that I went to end last night, and it was $333.
Ooh, damn!
I didn't end it. I was like, well, fuck that. Yeah,
that's nasty. That is nasty.
That's horrible.
It looked a little better this morning, but I haven't checked recently.
We're not
I had a failed transaction for 430 last freaking bull market.
Oh my gosh, that's
what?
Damn.
Yes.
God damn.
Well, I got to go take care of the family. They all have C19, so the flu. So I got to go take care of the fam. But I just wanted to say, wanted to give my respects to Cabana. Thanks for doing this, brother. Westcott, thanks for coming on. What the heck? It's glad to see you making the rounds. Freddie, good luck on your show tonight. And I hear you got a bomb to drop on the community with the new song. I wish the best for you, my friend. I'm praying for everybody on the screen.
Wow.
Thank you.
I did not know it was like kinetics until you popped up on the screen with the graphics behind you.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing this on a phone, so it's so small. So I see Kenny. I'm like, hello, Kenny.
It's just this Kenny guy. Just this random Kenny guy.
Nice to see you.
I just wanted to show my support to everyone here, everyone in the chat. Yeah, there you go. Well, hey, guys, everyone in the chat, thanks for showing up.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, Ken. God bless.
Yeah, go spread this, everybody out there, and let them know that Cabana's live right now, and you guys got a great panel. We'll see you guys later. You guys take care.
Yeah. What the heck?
Good luck with the
illnesses.
Wait, they killed Kenny.
They killed Kenny.
Those bastards.
We will be back next episode.
Hey guys, speaking of the Wuhan flu, I'm actually getting over it myself. So I'm gonna bounce out and make some room for some other people. Thanks for having me on for a minute. Cabana, always fun to
Oh,
make
yeah,
an
man.
appearance.
Hey, man.
Big K, Freddie, much
Good to
love
see
to
you, bro.
guys.
Nice
Yeah,
to see you.
brother.
The new
Get
track,
better.
Westcott, fun being on with you.
Toby, yeah, feel
Papa,
better.
whatever, dude.
I didn't mean about the sickness. I just meant get better.
Nice.
And
Nice.
Freddy, man, I watch a part of HEX content, this PKA podcast, and they advertise this product called Freeze Pipe. You should look it up.
Freeze pipe.
Freeze pipe? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Internet, give me the answers.
Everybody
I
hit the
knew
Google
apparatus
machine.
to imbibe upon the marijuana tincture.
Big K is hot on that too. Yeah.
You know, find out.
This isn't anything like blue waffle, right? Like you're not pulling like a fast one on us.
I don't know
So
what
they actually
Blue
have
Waffle
products.
is, but
I'm not sharing
looks
any
good.
screens.
I promise
even-
it's good. This is awesome.
But I just wanted to add real quick that not the unstaking as such is so expensive right now. Any dApp that's really running on Ethereum, like 1inch, and it's not just the DEXs, all the crypto kitties or whatever, everything is super expensive, and they're stuck in their tracks with these high gas fees. So maybe right now, if we would only launch midish May, that might be again a good selling opportunity, to broadcast towards these other communities on Ethereum.
and
Like selling
Jay, I
PulseChain, not like actually selling it, but sales pitchy.
Yes.
Yes,
Marketing.
exactly. Like,
Important distinction.
You know what?
True.
I think that a silent shill is the perfect thing. Just
Like an
pull up
elevator
the
speech.
MetaMask and just say.
I mean, it's a
Care
great
to-
time for like matcha, right? If you like it, limit orders, and you can tolerate a little bit in price. I mean, you save some gas fees there. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
but you
one
can
idea.
also sit there waiting for your order to fill. Like, oh my gosh, we're 20% below the price that I wanted, and I didn't get filled. Why?
Right.
Oh,
That
God.
that's the drawback, right? But you're not paying for it, so
Yeah.
but
depends on
It'll be cool to see like side by side videos of somebody unstaking on PulseChain when it's out and somebody unstaking on Ethereum, like the same stakes. And you're like, whoa, that was pricey.
that'd be a great little sales
Okay.
pitch there.
Mm-hmm.
and DJ, those fees are only get worse.
yeah, as time goes on, exactly. Yeah.
I think it's the start of the bull run, and God damn it, if we pay, if the GUI it's 108 right now,
Already now. Yeah.
what the 112?
What the heck?
Insane.
What the heck?
the heck?
What the heck?
What the hex?
That's some scary stuff. Scary stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't making any transactions.
Imagine how many people are going to want to just try PulseChain when they're trying to end their stake on Ethereum, and they realize that they have another option. They're like, "Oh my God, let me just try it." Like, how hard could this be?
Well,
Like, that's going to bring so much adoption.
I haven't poked around with it yet, but like, the Portal X, I think, is the Power City cats.
Power
that are doing-
City,
They have like, they have. So like,
Yeah,
you
they're
can
on
probably
crazy
go
shit.
on one of those cross-chain dexes, and you'll be able to like see in real time. Hey, I could click and do this trade over here, and it be on this network, and it costs X amount, or I could do it over here and on this network and do X amount. And like somebody who's building a DApp like that cross swap should be able to show that, and like that I think would be another great like tool for people. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. You're like, hey man, you can do the same thing over here for cheaper. You know?
I mean, there's so much to not only just talk about, but like when PulseChain does that one fine day launch, like you just mentioned, Big K, like something like a Portal X to Power City, Fiat guys, Famous, all those protocols. I mean, they're not going to, I don't think, launch right when PulseChain launches, but I mean, that's all in the pipeline. eFiat, I think since last we were on, has launched, and I think they are starting their staking on the 25th. So that's the next leg in that. So,
Where did
Right.
you get that date from?
Yeah.
that was in the Telegram, sir.
Well,
Wow.
Does it come from Buck himself or no?
I
It was
believe
a
so.
message in a bottle that he
Oh.
picked up on that beach.
Do not take it as official news, but yeah, I believe that was the current date that has been put out there as a target.
Hey, who's the
Nice.
special guest behind you there,
Yeah,
Cabana?
what's going on?
You got 2 people now.
Ooh,
Go. On board.
Go ask them if they know about crypto.
a fancy green screen, Cabana. Love it.
with actual people.
Hold on,
It looks
wait.
real. It looks real. So real. AI generated.
Let me program the bikini models next. Hold on.
Yeah, please. We
Aviv.
need some viewers. We need some more viewers.
Man.
But what else is out? Oh, just in the music world, Mr. DJ, because this came to mind. I was on my run this morning, and 5 years ago today, it did not occur to me that we lost Avicii. So that was I don't know, just pretty wild to think about. It's already been 5 years since we lost somebody, as big into electronic music as that. I listened to a bunch of his stuff. And just a quick plug, if you really like his stuff and, are into staking and baking and like upbeat stuff, Sirius XM BPM is playing a lot of Avicii today. I just found out. So good stuff.
Yeah, we lost too many greats even over these last 3 years. I mean, there's a lot of people in hip hop passed away. Just recently, Trugoy from De La Soul.
Yeah.
He's a pillar in the hip hop culture. And
Coolio last year, man.
Coolio, Fred the
Yes.
Godson,
DMX.
DMX, yes,
Terrifying.
that's just the Black Rob too. That's just the rappers, but also like in the people coming out of the '80s soul. Remembering.
Sharon Jones died recently. So did I guess a few years back, Charles Bradley. There's some awesome soul, funk people that have gone recently. That sucks. It's a tough time. It's a tough time.
Yeah,
a
lot of greats the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's been a hard few years. I mean, I think that everyone should really be impressed with their resolve if you're still here hanging around, man. It's
Absolutely.
Looks like we need some longevity stuff.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tell me about it.
Richard's on to something for sure.
He comes to the next stop after this whole thing launches. He's going to start saying, "All right, well, we're going to start putting some money in longevity again."
I think so.
Wallet first.
Wallet first.
Wallet.
Yes.
Wallet
And then
first.
country.
Wallet then life.
Fiat,
Yes.
Fiat on the ramp next.
Yes. Yeah, so that's the thing is we got lots of stuff coming. It's like once Pulse it's out, yeah, sure. There's like the initial my FUD of like, yeah, okay, here it is. But like then we just get all the cool features slowly added over time and all the different projects and shit. So that's gonna be kick ass. I'm excited for all that. More usage of the chain will be great.
Lots to look forward to. Yes.
Yeah, the evolution of the community is going to be awesome too.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Because we're going to have more tools at our disposal, and outsiders will have more tools. So, something like a Fiat. All you haters that want to short
Yes,
you're going to have like a week from now. Supposedly,
Good luck.
you're going to have that opportunity to do it. So.
Good luck.
I'm excited for that.
And fame too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love
And
Fiat.
the
I
fame.
love Fiat, man. Did you guys sack? You got everyone sacked in here?
I may or may not have.
You don't know.
You don't know? Got a little bag of it.
I don't remember what I do with all every one of my wallets.
Hey, man,
Same thing with Power City. Anybody sack for Power City?
Of course.
There was a time.
Yeah.
There was a time where we could afford these things.
Yeah. Now there better
No.
goddamn not be any more sacks.
How about PP?
Hey,
Anyone
PP.
say?
I got a nice sack of PP.
I do have a warm little place in my heart for
My
that
man.
meme coin. It's pretty funny.
Zen anyone?
Out of here.
Yeah, nah, not me. I want no parts, man.
I have not. No.
Hey, good
I
luck
know a
to
lot
them.
of people who have, but more power to them.
Yeah, get out of here.
And he's out.
Get him out of here.
In the brick. Get him out of here.
Go back to Jack.
He's a newbie. He's
No!
still learning.
Trust me, I got no parts of Zen. I don't want no. I hate that fucking coin, man.
Hey, you know what? I mean, I mean, you can't, like, price doesn't lie, right? So, I mean, Jenkins and I were looking at it, and, you know, it looked good last Friday when we were just looking at charts, and it had a really nice pump. But I was looking at some Twitter feeds this morning, and Buck Fiat had a great point. It's like, okay, well, you tend to see the shift from Hex to Zen, but it also works in reverse. And he's like, the shift, not just from, you know, Zen back into Hex when PulseChain actually launches, but just Hex in general. He expects like a mammoth pump when this actually becomes a reality. So it's interesting, especially that relationship, the Zen Hex relationship, how one goes up, the other goes down, and vice versa. But
I mean, you can see it's not just interesting. You can see it, and you can see like people doing the wrong thing in real time. I mean, there was a transaction at the very top on Zen where somebody sold like 2 million X for fucking Zen, and like, dog, you're selling something that just pulled back 50% for something that just went 7x. You're like, have you been paying attention at all? Like,
No, they haven't. That's the
paying
problem.
Attention at all.
No one's paying attention.
Okay.
Some sick people, man. Sick.
You can't. I mean, this is poor. I mean, I'm not great at any of this. I'm really not. But that just seems like a very silly maneuver. It's chasing some shit.
To me, it's a lottery
Who are the
ticket.
likes people, and why should we smash them?
Smash those like people.
Hey, man. I minted a wallet. That's about it, man. But other than that, I'm good.
I mean, Xen on PulseChain, I mean, by all means, but Xen on Ethereum,
no, thank you.
I don't know.
I mean, if you're bullish on PulseChain price, then on PulseChain, I guess wouldn't be a bad thing.
I mean, if we're trying to burn coins, man, then
burn the fees, exactly.
You know, exactly. I don't give a shit. You want to do all sorts of dumb shit, fill up the whole box with
PulseX, let's go.
pictures or whatever.
Or maybe just run a Pulse Validator, because the yield went up
35%.
That's going to be an interesting thing to see, because we're like, what is the line going to be? You know, right now you see what the like last testnet we had 4,000 some odd nodes. I mean, is that going to be 400,000 though when Pulse goes live and those rewards are that high still? You know, because like I don't want to do the work. I was like, I don't want to run a server. I don't want to fucking validate. I don't want to do it. But when you start talking about returns like that, I start going, all right, I'm going to go back to work. Time to make the donuts, you know? And like, that's how compelling that is. So if that's compelling for me, then it's going to be compelling for more people to spin up more nodes, you know? Which I mean, it's going to be interesting to see.
You're going to have to go back to grandma's house and build a PulseChain validator farm for the next highest of stakes.
I turned her basement into a spa, so I can't actually do that. I can't. It's too nice now for filling 4 machines. Need a new location. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see. That's what I'm expecting to see. Like on this next testnet run on V4 that's happening. I expect that. I mean, that they're going to stress test the amount of nodes and validators and how that works, you know, after the changes that they've made. How does it look with 40,000 nodes instead of 4? How does it look with 400,000 instead of 4? You know, like, what does those returns look like? How does the system react to it? Is it better or worse? You know, that's going to be.
Big K. It's the testing is done.
I mean, there's got to be some testing on that end. That's fine. I think that's cool. I think that those are mostly just like, you know, check it and track it and see how you know, it's not like you're squashing bugs really, you know. So that's I mean, I like that. I like it. It's not. I didn't think that was FUD. If that's FUD, oh man, then I can't wait to see the moon. The moon talk is going to be awesome. This bull run is fucking great.
Well, the question everybody is now asking, how close are we really? Like, is this like the final testnet, which I would think it is, but then like, okay, Richard also said no warning.
Yeah, he didn't give anybody a warning on this shit, like testnet V4 and all. He was just like, it's here.
No warning.
Like it was a practice run.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Richard didn't even get out of bed for it.
It sounds like we're getting a stealth launch. That's what it sounds like.
Yep.
But one interesting thing, how did KTP know what's the RPC or what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
How did she know before Richard?
Because it was on Chainlist, on chainlist.org.
Yeah, I mean, you can see online.
There you can see all the the RPCs, and she
KTP
scooped
has
it up from there.
antennas at the side of her head, and she picks up.
She's
the
a deaf
waves.
chick. She's got the inside baseball.
KDP knows all. My
Yes.
God.
KDP knows a lot.
Yes.
She's got the ends of the speculation. And
Yes.
I mean, it's fun. I love her feed, and she's actually, if you listen to her on Spaces, she's like very intelligent and well researched and stuff like that. So, you know, I think she could be a huge asset. Perhaps, you know, if we like stealth petition BitBoy or Ivan on Tech after PulseChain launch, she'd be a great ambassador for many reasons. For
absolutely,
you know, talking about that. So yeah.
Another question.
100%.
Like what? But why didn't Richard tweet it immediately? Like, yeah, it's up. Go
That's
and
interesting.
play.
You had to wake up.
Yeah, or he was he was out with some days. I don't know.
He had to double check himself if it's actually real.
It's like, it's done. What?
That was interesting.
You're stealth launching without me? What?
It's sneaky shit, man. He's trying to sneak it by us all.
He's been very sneaky lately.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, so the question at hand, I believe Cabana was asking all of us is timing. How long does everyone think that we have?
I mean,
I've got a guess that I've always been wrong about. So I mean,
I've said May for a long time. I'm keeping it, but
you got to stick with mid-May at this point, right?
Yeah. Am I right?
May is the meme.
Am I right in saying that this is kind of more for like testing for validators? So if that's all that is, like how long would that need to go on, and then we're ready? Or Big K, what's your take on that?
I mean, I like mid-May. I like that. I like it. I mean, it could be sooner. You know, like you
2 to 3 weeks. That's only like 2 to 3 weeks away.
Soon.
I mean, I say 30 days max, but you know, if everything's working, maybe sooner. You know, I've been wrong about everything. So.
Ivan saying a few days. Ivan on Tech is saying a few days. So
yeah, see, that's what I mean. Is like we're super close. How long does it take to spin up, you know, enough nodes to test out, you know, what I was saying, 44, you know, an extra couple 100,000 nodes. How long does that take? And then, you know, what sort of analytics do you know, it's like a stress test. How long do you want to take a look at all that? You know, it's just that's. I mean, and then I'm not a developer, so I don't actually have any idea how long that's all going to take. You know, but I mean, soon, man. That feels really fucking soon. It feels like I mean, like I said, 30 days seems almost like a long time.
Like real soon. Like I'm not saying like real soon as in time, like real soon. Like it feels real this time. Like we can see
not ID software soon.
Yeah.
We've seen all the pieces of the thing working. You know, the changes that needed to be made were made. Let's go, man.
We have commas in PulseX. That's all.
We have commas.
All that matters. Let's go.
Shout out Dixon Piper, you know, for leading the movement.
Yeah, man.
But I read through the documentation a little bit of what it takes to run the validator, and that still is a bit of an undertaking. Like, because if your machine is not up to spec there and up to par, you get these slash and penalties, and if it's not running 24/7, if your hard drive isn't fast enough, and there's like some serious criteria that you have to watch for. So I don't know if that's all tested already or if that still needs to be tested in the.
If I was somebody that was that interested in running a validator, I would, you know, make sure that you're buying quality, you know, machinery, putting it together, and if you have any questions on it, you know, I'd most definitely use a co-location facility if it was like up to me personally, like, because it just doesn't seem like do you have two redundant, you know, backup redundant internet set up at your house and a power generator that if your shit goes offline, then like, do you have all that? No, you don't. You don't have two sources of power and two sources of internet.
5 nines uptime,
yeah. If you don't have that shit, go to a co-location facility, you know, and because like, and if you're not A+ certified and don't know how to put hardware together, to have somebody else like find somebody that can, you know, it's or buy something that's kick ass out the box, you know, because it's definitely not, it's not something for people to undertake. Like, oh, I'm just gonna run that in the corner over there. It's not.
Yeah,
No.
in your garage.
No, and that's, I mean, it's when you're running nodes like that, it's way different. Like mining is, you know, was way easier than running nodes. You know, it just is.
Do you think people will get wrecked by running nodes?
I mean, how much can they really get wrecked? Unless, I mean, I guess you could. I mean, if you spin up, you know, several hundred nodes in your server, and then you are just wrecked from slashing, I mean, you could definitely, somebody could feel some pain.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, somebody will probably do something dumb like that. I mean,
Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at the chart. Someone will do it.
Yeah. If it's a possibility, there's a good chance. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like I said, I'm going to be interested to see how many actual nodes there are and what the actual rewards are when mainnet comes. That's going to be a real interesting thing to watch.
Dude, I'm so stoned. I literally was just listening to Cabana's Ocean Waves, and I was like, "Oh my god, I might fall asleep
Zoning
right now."
out.
Dude, yeah, I felt like I was on the beach just now.
Are you
literally
even going to make your steak and bake stream?
Yes, 100%, 100%.
Okay.
Bro, we need to hear that premiere.
This isn't the steak and bake stream? Wait a minute.
I know, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah, no, I've got some energy munchies for that. So
wakey, time for bakey. But yeah, let's you know, pump that real quick, Freddie. Is it on your channel? You're doing steak and bake? Tell us what's going on, and you got perhaps a music drop. What else going on?
Yep. So steak and bake today, 4:20. Actually, we're gonna start at 4:10 Eastern. Yeah. So then we can all smoke together at 4:20. Yeah. So we're gonna start a little early, but I always usually just pick like one of my favorite like weed songs and play it as the intro. But I started making my own beats, and like I made like first track start to finish, beats, raps, everything, and it's gonna debut today as the intro for Steak and Bake. But it's like a full length song. It's going on the album, but it's gonna be the new intro for Steak and Bake. And we don't stream very often, but you know, when we do, we like to have a good time. So Big K will be there, Tangent will be there. Got some other people rolling through. I think some of the guys here. So hell yeah, man. Everyone tune in. It's good. Oh, and Westcott Crypto.
Yes.
And I literally just finished recording a song yesterday. We just need to do a video for it.
Yeah.
And that should be out soon too. That's
It's
awesome. Yeah. It's funny. Like I'm telling you, I was crying laughing in the studio. It's so good.
Yo, I'm gonna bring my wig back, my little the Backstreet Boys wig.
Okay. Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, man.
It's a little boy band something for everybody. So,
how long is the steak and bake stream? Like an hour, something like that?
Dude, you know what? It's funny. There's
I think last year it was like hours, right?
Nice.
Yeah, last year it was 4 hours and 20 minutes. We literally cut it last year on 4 hours.
I hope
and 20 minutes.
I hope so, man.
I don't know how long everyone will be along. I know there'll be people jumping in and out, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, I got something to do around 4, but I'm definitely gonna try to make it to that stream, man, for
100%.
sure.
Absolutely, man. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, we're going on a field trip. I'll be driving through the desert, so hopefully I can show you all some cool Joshua Tree stuff while we're stream here.
Can't wait for
Joshua
this.
Tree. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, yo, Fred, while we got you on here, man, I have a question for you about last weekend's activities. Should we get into that?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, let's dive in head first.
As we always do on Happy Hour. So, you were in New York City, and you got a little backlash on the socials just for hanging around some people. But yeah, tell me about your experience up there, because it looked like a blast of a time. You even popped in on last Friday's Happy Hour and did like a little cameo. And I know you couldn't hear anything, but it was still cool to see like the insides of it. But
yeah, man,
I guess it was for the NYT or NFT NYC, something like that.
So after the Furu eulogy video, like Eric and I developed like a friendship through
Eric Wall,
DMs.
right?
Yeah, Eric Wall. And like we would just joan on each other kinda and poke fun, but like he's a nice guy, and you know, I don't know about all his bags or whatever, but I'm 99.999, I'm 100% sure he holds Hex, and I'm 9.9999% sure that he sacrificed for Pulse and PulseX. I don't know if he did, but I've invited him to a few things.
I think he went public about it.
Oh yeah.
About
I've invited him to a few events and penthouse parties and stuff like that, and he hasn't been able to make it because he doesn't live here in the States. So he flew into the States for, I guess it's like the first NFT on Bitcoin or something like that. That's the Taproot Wizards. Him and his boys are launching. I don't understand exactly what it is or how it works, but it's essentially a troll at Bitcoin maxis. He's not a fan of the Bitcoin maxis, and that's actually why BitBoy was there apparently, because he is not either a fan of the Bitcoin maxis. So yeah, dude, it was cool, dude. He invited us up and we went, and I told him, I was like, dude, I'm not going to know anybody there. He was like, invite some friends. So the Mintra guys came with me, PJ and Rogers. I don't know if you guys have ever met them. They're awesome people, man. Super, super cool. And hung out with Corey the investor. Mark of the Hexagon came out. We all went to dinner. Had a blast, man.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to come, man. I got caught up that night.
I think you were hanging out with them all a couple nights before.
Yeah, I was there the night before. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, hey, we'll catch up.
Yeah, I'm sad I missed it just because I wanted to meet Marco and Corey both, and you know, Hexagon meetups are awesome. I know it wasn't a Hexagon meetup, but Hexagons always find a way to meet up at no matter what event. So it looked pretty cool.
It was, man. It was super cool. Like a lot of cool people there. It was neat to meet BitBoy, and you know, as you grow like in the community and or whatever, you know, you meet people and you network and whatever. So having Eric invite me to his party after dancing on his coffin, I thought that was kind of neat. Pretty cool. He's a cool dude, man.
When you put it that way, that is pretty cool. Yeah.
Like his profile picture looks like he's a little pipsqueak, but you know, like a lot of Hex meetups that you go to, man, like everyone you show up and everyone is huge. You're like, holy cow. Like you take a picture next to fucking Gold Key and Dipcatcher and you're like a schmidge. I don't care who you are. Those are big dudes. So like go to other, I'm telling you, bro, check this out. This event, it was like 50-50 guy to girl ratio. And they were all like lookers. I'm telling you, it was the most.
That's pretty impressive at any crypto event.
I have never seen, and not only that, but everyone who was there said the same thing. They were like, "Oh, this is crazy." Yeah, so Eric Wall had a ton of girls at his party. It was a cool party, man.
But, but he brought them there so he could trade recipes and mince a little bit.
Maybe. I asked him to come on Steak and Bake today, but he said he couldn't make it. I told him he's a hater.
But Freddie, can you explain, like, I mean, where I draw the line a little bit is like you can FUD Hex all day long. I mean, we've heard to this for years now. People fudding Hex and the OA and all that. But he's also kind of shitting on Richard Hart a little bit. And that is just, that doesn't sit right with me. Like, did he explain to you why he does that? Or like there is a certain amount of disrespect in these interviews.
Yeah. So we didn't talk any about that stuff. Well, I mean, I wanted to. I just didn't feel like it was appropriate there. We were hanging out, you know, we're just drinking beer, just kicking it. Spoke to him for about 10 minutes at the very beginning. And then, like, I was downstairs, and I had talked to him earlier and said, oh, BitBoy's going to be here. Just come find me. I want to meet him. So I was downstairs in the basement, and he came walking through. He was like, hey, BitBoy just got here. Let's go up. I was like, all right, bet. So then went and did that. So I only had a couple very short conversations with him. Like, the whole night we were there, maybe, like, 2.5 hours, 2 hours. And, okay. All right, can you just get Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Amber's
Mom,
going to get a haircut.
I told you, leave my chicken tendies out.
Here are the cookies.
Meatloaf!
Mom's
It's
basement.
It's 4:20 for Mrs. Quotes as well.
Yeah, she has a hair appointment today to get her hair done before we leave for the cruise tomorrow. So it's like we're all trying. I went and got a haircut this morning. She's getting her hair done now, and like FinDog is. Hold on, let me tell her he can come.
Yeah. I think that Eric masterfully like I mean, I thought that hey, sure, he's a hater, but like he does it so well, you know, like it's compelling, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, his that interview with Peter McCormick that he just did was fucking great,
I mean,
you know, like it's fucking great. Like, I mean, he's he's artfully like playing to this guy to that crowd, and then still bringing it up and talking about the subject a lot. Like I mean, that's great.
He is very. I did speak with him about that. He is very good at mirroring his interviewer. So
yeah, he's just playing into
if he knows like what they want to try to get across, he's going to play into that and live it. And that's what I say. Like all this Hex stuff, like he's a hater, and he's definitely been, said some things about Richard. I don't know, man. I think he's more controlled opposition than anything. I think him and Richard are boys.
He was like, even in the interview, the most genuine part was when he was talking about how painful he felt, like the depression he went through when he left talking about Hex to Hex people. He was like he had to come back, man. I mean, we're too compelling of a group for him to even like stay away. So like, yeah, I think it was win-win overall. I'm glad to have him around doing his thing.
He hated on Hex, but he legit talked about Pulse and PulseChain for the first 30 minutes of the podcast.
Yeah.
So like, whether people love it or hate it, he literally talked about it for 30 minutes at the very beginning of the podcast.
Bingo.
But I think he learned from Richard, because holders and founders, and now he's a founder of some NFT.
There you go.
Who cares?
Fair point.
Fucking guy, man.
I mean, it's like all any eyes are good eyes. Like people are gonna people are gonna watch this. Like, there's a lot of people who are gonna eventually see this movie and think one way or another, and not all like, I love Richard Hart. It's just not gonna come. It's just not. You're not gonna get that. But like, that's okay. Like, it's still gonna be in people's worldview, and their the more you talk about it, and the more you think about it, and the more it just is, a thing. It's the Lindy is real. So,
I think PulseChain is gonna be huge, because even Sam Hyde sacrificed, but I think he sacrificed for PulseX.
Mm-hmm.
And God,
I mean, there's a lot of cats.
Well, Westcott would say that that's the superior play.
Yes, I'm all PulseX. I'm all PulseX. I got a big bag of it, and I'm just one track minded. I'm going hard at it. So I think they're all gonna do well, but I just think PulseX is gonna dip the hardest. So I'm gonna load up as much as I can, for sure.
Come on, don't steal my strategy, man.
But I mean, if that's
now everyone's gonna buy in.
If that's everyone's strategy, how likely is that to occur if everybody's right?
Hey,
just
man.
watch it.
Yeah.
Careful out there. I mean, K4K
right.
had a really good video on bridging, and I'd recommend people check that out if you're into PulseX and PulseChain, especially like some caution in there as to don't wreck yourself at launch, because that is an extremely volatile time, and unless you know what you're doing, just be careful, guys. So
Yes.
I would definitely put that note of caution out there.
I'm going to take my time. I mean, when I first jumped in, I was like, I'm going to go all in day one. And then after learning and, studying everybody and hearing everybody's opinion, I'm like, I'm not going to do nothing for a minute. I'm just going to chill.
Yes.
Yeah. And see what happens and let it play itself out. But as soon as that big dip comes and everybody's saying, I think this is the bottom, I'm going hard. So yeah, you got to lose to win. I lost plenty of times, and I think I'm done with losing. It's time to win.
Amen.
That's great.
Check yourself, don't wreck yourself.
Yes. Facts.
Any thoughts from this esteemed panel on ratios that we're seeing PulseX?
That's so hard.
Yeah.
Even
I'm not
1 to 4. I've seen the other day.
I've heard
crazy.
I've heard 3 to 1, 1 to 3, 4 to 4.7 to 1. Ridiculous. It's all over the place.
And I mean, Richard tweeted about it, I guess, just asking, a couple of weeks ago. So it's interesting, one that he tweeted out, what does, everyone expect to happen? And then, of course, we're seeing, the actual price action for ratios on testnet. So that's another thing that's, pretty interesting, because clearly he's monitoring it. So,
Yeah. Man, I don't know.
If someone should be monitoring it, it's him. He should he should be on it all day.
That's a great comment.
But in dollar terms, the supply should be double, right? Because we had like 650 million sacrificed for PulseChain and 1.1 billion for PulseX, which is kind of double.
But it was still 1 to 10,000.
But then comes the bonuses.
And I mean, then there's a lot more wallets that sacrifice for the one wallet addresses.
Yeah,
I say release it. You know, release it at 1-to-1 and let the damn market figure it out.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, it's going to go where it needs to go, anyways.
The same with HEX and EHEX. It's going to go where it's going to go, but after a while, could they be closer to parity than anyone thinks? I don't know, but it'd be fun to think about.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
And that's what we all want, I guess.
Oh, that'd be great. But
it's going to be more painful than that, probably.
Yeah, it's like Papa B was just saying. He's like, let the market figure it out. It's going to take more than 10 seconds for the market to figure it out, but maybe some providers might be in more of a hurry. I don't know.
Game theory.
It's interesting, man. It's interesting. I couldn't throw. I mean, I could throw out wild guesses on numbers of ratios. That like where I would consider buying, but like.
All right, let's hear them. Let's go.
You put him on the spot.
I'd say like
he got nothing.
He's like,
I would be really tempted to do some if I was to be a ratio trader.
If you were.
If I was, I mean, if we were at more than 6 or 7, to 1 on one side or the other, it would be really hard.
Tempted.
I'd be really tempted.
That's ratiist.
It is super racist. I can't help it. I don't know how to not be racist in that situation.
That's hilarious, man.
Papa's coined a new term that we need to use forever now.
I was going to, but everybody seems to hate ratio trading. They're like, stay away from it. So I'm like, you know what?
I mean, people are gonna do it, and man, you know how it is. It's the game of like, I trust almost nobody on the fucking internet anyway. So like, everyone's telling me not to. There's a strong party that
might mean to do it
anyways.
Yeah,
but I don't. But again, and then afterwards, they're like. There is gonna be a play that was the right play and something that wasn't the right play for in a specific time period. So you'll always have the hindsight to look at it and be like, should have done this. No shit,
always
should have done this. But like, but it's gonna be really hard to guess what that is. I mean,
man.
But isn't the danger with ratio trading that when the market starts to turn against you and makes wild move, you're left holding that bag of that pair that you didn't want, and the other side is mooning, and then you're out of the game. So that is the danger.
Impermanent loss with liquidity providing, like same thing.
Yes.
The ratio, I think, is going to be that much more magnified. Maybe I don't know, but just because that window, supposedly, what were we were told? What 24 to 48 hours? Is that still in play, or like we get a stealth launch? Like, how could that play out? It's
going to be really interesting because there's going to be other, like, I mean, if Portal X is a working cross-chain swap that was out, like if they have some plans to be out and running, on day one, then that kind of bones the whole, like then you'd be able to use some sort of bridge like feature, in that to move value. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, and like, is there going to be people who build their, like, who can stealth bridge something? I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm not. I don't know how it's gonna work. Like how that's gonna. I don't know how that's gonna go down. I don't know.
Stealth bridge.
Well,
no one knows.
What do you guys think of the idea that this could 100x in 90 days? Is that a possibility?
Coins have done it before.
It's possible, but it could also go down 90% in 30, 40, 60 days.
60 days.
Nice.
So if
Yeah.
you go, like if you take a huge dip and then you can, the 100x is way easier if you're counting from the bottom. So
I mean, it's just about
I
supply
like that.
and demand in the sense that like if there's actually 400,000 people right now that are waiting to buy, then a lot of the dump that people that have been waiting to sell will be counteracted, or maybe all of it, and we could see an early super huge pump, 10x or something like that. It's totally possible. And then and if that happens right out the gate, then over time you're going to get more people that are coming online and seeing their sacks, seeing the price go up 10x, and probably some sort of bleed out for some extended period of time after that as features roll out and everything else. I mean, like that's if I was a guessing man, and again, I don't fucking know. I like Versology. Thank you for your applauding of me saying that. Like
I don't know.
I don't know. But I mean, I could have guessed that. That's what I would guess, because it does seem to be a lot of in pent-up demand. Like, I mean, it reminds me, it's eerily similar to HEX launch in the sense that there's a lot of people that are very excited to get their hands on some of these fucking tokens. So that haven't had a chance to yet.
Two sides to it, especially with PulseChain, because that was the first sack that occurred. And you have one side who's like, man, maybe they sacked more for PulseX than what they had planned on to potentially flip into PulseChain. And then another side that's like, oh my gosh, it's been 2 years. I just want my coins so I can dump. I never thought I would be out without this money for 2 years. So that's an interesting dynamic that we could see play out here.
But let's learn from the past. What happened with HEX? So everyone was waiting for approximately 1.5 or 2 years for HEX to launch. And the first day of AA, everyone went all in.
20,000 Ethereum on the first.
You talk about that what if, Big K, like a second ago with the liquidity and like, oh, you could have done this, you could have done that. That was me on day one of the adoption amplifier. Oh, it sucked. I wish I would have waited. Sorry to interrupt you, Pete.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say.
Do you guys think we're going below SAC on either PulseChain or PulseX? Is that a possibility in the first 90 days?
I believe so. I believe it could definitely do that too.
PulseChain could go below SAC?
I think that one or the other could. I'm just saying that like a lot of people. I'm not trying to FUD or anything either. I'm just saying,
that's
like,
beautiful.
Again, I don't know, but like if I'm a guessing man, if there's not enough demand, and there's a lot of people at the top, a lot of dollars at the top that got a 2x plus or 2x plus bonus. If some of them would want to have appreciate some of their 2.5x bonus that they got, then you could see the price go, I would say, as low as like balancing that out. So like you could see it, what was it, 0.000, 3 zeros and a 1. So like if you divide that by 2.5, you're at 4 zeros and a 4. So like, could I see it possibly touching that? I mean, possibly. I mean,
that's a blessing. If you guys get that, that's a blessing. Oh my God.
I'm not guaranteeing that by any means, but it does seem like that with liquidity the way it works, there's an opportunity, there's a potential.
I remember from sentiment-wise, being active in the PulseX Telegram during the sacrifice days, there were lots and lots of people who only heard about all of this through PulseX. They missed out on PulseChain. They didn't understand that PulseX is actually the DEX that's running on PulseChain. They didn't know about all this stuff. So I guess if they stuck with us for these 2 years and learned more about the ecosystem, I could see a scenario that people will dump a little bit of their PulseX to get in on that PulseChain early, so that PulseChain, I'd rather see that pumping, and PulseX may be dropping.
I know several people that onboards that like people that I know that got into the second sacrifice and not the first, and are planning to do that. I would be very surprised if there's not a, at least what testnet shows, at least a 2-to-1 ratio or so or more on Pulse to PulseX, because with PulseX being the lower priced one, because of the fact that there's a lot more people that would like to have gotten Pulse that didn't have an opportunity to.
And now Ivan on Tech tweeting about it every day, which also reaches a lot of people. No, seriously. And then so there is demand for PulseChain. So I don't really see that dumping, but yeah.
Ooh, man. If you see PulseChain dump below SAC, my God, you better jump.
You better get in.
You're gonna see the
no financial advice.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I'm putting everything into that.
That scowl will be huge.
Yes,
man.
You may.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that like there's people that want to get their hands on these tokens so bad they're willing to engage with projects or things that that they're going to promise you Pulse or PulseX and you might not get it. I mean, like I think that people will have an opportunity to get these assets at a reasonable price before they just see like insane huge returns. There'll be I believe that you'll be able to bridge in money at a reasonable point in time pretty early on to be able to get some if you don't yet. I mean, the safest way I still think is probably if you really want to get some like on day one and you're planning on buying it anyways, just buy HEX now and you get the copy and then trade that in the ratios. That would make the most sense to me. I mean, again, I don't know. That could be a terrible move too. I could be totally wrong on that. But I mean, that's if I'm thinking about like all the possibilities and scenarios. That's what goes through my head.
The last SAC was January of last year, so almost a year and a half. Think of all the people that have come into the community since then, who didn't even get to SAC for PulseX. That are like, what are these people starting to talk about? What's Ivan talking about PulseChain? What is this PulseChain? Like all the people just recently in the last 6 to 12 months said,
true. Yeah.
All of those people are going to want to get in, and likely a good portion of them will probably ape.
You're talking PulseX. So those people, even if you miss PulseX, you miss PulseChain too. And if that's the one that people are familiar with
so
like
anyone who's new to the community within the last 12 months basically hasn't had the opportunity to buy any of it.
Yeah, I mean HEX they've had to be able to buy, but it's like you have to really stick. You have to kind of like, I mean, you can't just hear what Ivan has said. You've had to go and do your research and be like, well, what is the possibly like I can't get these now. What can I get that would be
don't do
worth?
That. They just listen.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like that. I'm not saying that in general. Not everybody does. I love it, Cheetah Western. That would be it. I mean,
I'd take another 0 in that, really. But
yeah.
Another 0.
I mean,
God,
yeah, 0.1% would be incredible. I mean, Listen, when HEX started, I can remember dreaming of a day that it hit a penny. Like I can be like, maybe in 3-4 years from now.
Yeah, that was me too.
Hey man, shout out to you
maybe
guys.
One day.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
I'm hoping. I try and keep my shit realistic, but then I'm often very wrong, and fine with that. That's fine with that. That's cool.
I still think we have to wait 2 years for 10,000X.
Yeah, I agree. I
don't think.
Hey man, I'll take that. 2 years. That's awesome. 2 years, 10,000. God damn.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again because Crypto Gains Club 369 echoes my sentiments. I'm going to be watching, Popcorn Daily. My daily HEX payouts. While people go crazy. That'll be me the first few days. Y'all can go play and hopefully not get wrecked. Not you people on screen, but out there. Who knows? It's going to be like the Wild West for a couple days or more, maybe. And yeah, man.
I can't wait to pull out my 6 shooters and go to town. Fingers gonna be clicking.
And be careful of the scammers.
Pistols, right? So, yeah.
Be careful of the scammers. They will try
Oh, yeah.
any old trick to get you out of your bag.
Oh yeah.
DJ.
You have to be careful.
You tweeted out there that somebody, like, there's other Pulse X's and stuff, so people should be aware of all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yes,
how
double check the contract before you do anything.
You know how I found this out? Because Richard deleted all his Telegram DMs with people, and mine as well, unfortunately, because we had a bit of history there. But everything's gone, and so I was looking for Richard then on Telegram because I lost him in my contacts, and that's how I found this scammer. So it's a danger.
So an old Richard Hart scammer.
It's a Richard Hart impersonator, and he runs a channel there which has a copy of all the PulseChain related tweets that Richard has been sending out over the past 6 months. So it looks very legit because we all read Richard's tweets, and those posts on Telegram look exactly like those. But he's always shilling underneath each post a false link to a fake mock-up version of the PulseX exchange, and it asks you to connect your wallet and asks you to put in your seed words. But it looks exactly like it is. It has a lot of thousands of fake followers on this Telegram, so it looks absolutely legit. And that's just one thing that I saw. So I'm pretty sure there are more, but that was super sophisticated. You know, the effort that takes to make that all look legit. So you guys got to really be
all 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree with Lights Out's comment. I would be super careful. I mean, that's the same thing as ratio trading in like an even more dangerous and less concerted way, you know.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, if you play with the wrong pair too early, like, and don't know what you're doing, that's another way to get wrecked. So, unfortunately.
And that's how I got my ex-wife.
Hey,
savage.
So, guys, so we seeing a penny with PulseChain and PulseX, or like in the next cycle? What do you guys think?
Man, I would love to see.
Bro, I'd
that.
be happy with a tenth of a penny.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Yeah, a tenth of a penny.
I think y'all minimum see a penny this bull cycle.
Fuck, man, you guys are doing well, bro. A tenth of a penny.
Well,
God.
just think about the
Richard's
supply,
already-
though. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
already come out saying like, hey, there's no reason it couldn't 10,000x, and just like Hex did in under 2 years, right? For PulseX, he said that. 99% sure he said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
imagine a 99 or a 10,000x off of whatever the SAC was for PulseX. That's crazy. That's more than a penny, I would think, right?
What price would it be if it was a 10,000x? $1?
Well, 3 zeros and a 1 is what the SAC rate, like the base SAC rate is, you know. So 10,000x from there would be 4 up. So like, what is that, $1? Is that $10? $1? Is it $1?
I think it's $1.
Oh my God.
It's $1. It's 100%
Guys,
$1.
can you imagine?
No
Can
way.
y'all
There's
imagine?
No fucking way.
Y'all are gonna disappear. I'm not gonna see none of y'all again if
So
that
it
shit
has
hits
to
$1.
be
Yeah.
But
So that's why
like
I was trying to get
multipliers
people
and-
prepared for the idea that there's these multipliers, like Freddie was just about to say, and that like there's a chance. And remember, Hex's launch price, people that only bought day one had to wait a long time for them to be, if you didn't DCA in and get in for several days the AA, then you really, you were priced improperly for a while.
It was like, I think it was the summer after.
So let me ask.
So what I'm saying
8 months.
is that remember that when we measure, where do we measure from? From the bottom to the top, So like if we do go below SAC price with the multipliers all the way down to 4 zeros and a 4. Now Hex, like when it did its 10,000x, it went from 4 zeros and a 5.6. There's like 4 zeros and a 5, So like that was where, because of that, it only 56 cents was all, like it wasn't dollar target, because like if it was, so like that's why I'm saying like there could be very easily a volatile wick down along this game here where we see 4 zeros.
Months, who knows?
Or it could be months, exactly. I mean, and then from there, we go down 4 zeros and a 4, and then up to 40 cents. That would be your 10,000x. And that's, or lower. We go 4 zeros and a 1. There's a higher supply. Maybe we touch that, and then it only gets to 10 cents, and that's enough.
Hey man, listen, are we still doing happy hour at $1? I just want to know.
Very happy hour.
Yeah.
Are we doing it? We're still gonna be here. You guys aren't disappearing like Motley.
I like.
He's still in the chat. Still in the chat.
Hey man,
Shots fired.
Yeah, no, that's my guy, man. That's my
That's
guy.
fine.
No,
I'm just
my guy
saying,
too, man.
are we
No, he's
still
got-
doing happy hour?
Yes, we were doing happy hour, bro. That has always been the plan.
Fire.
Like regardless of
Yeah.
price. Like
I'll be here.
I love being with my friends and chatting crypto. That's not going to change. I don't care, what price HEX is.
Wow.
And
Happy hour will be coming at you from a yacht. Not the beach.
That's a beautiful
yacht.
thing. I'll
Freddie's
still be here
yacht.
too.
Nice studio.
be coming from Freddie's yacht.
I love the live streams. I think this is great. So I'm definitely gonna be here at $1.
That's outstanding, man.
I mean, what I always thought with our Wake Up Hex show on Discord Syndicate is like we would probably meet up anyway once a week online and
Hell yeah.
talk shop, talk Hex. So we're just doing that in a stream. So why should that change?
Exactly. I'm sticking around.
And I don't want to be a mood killer, but can you imagine?
Oh, it's over. It's over.
The
High fives, good
Got
vibes.
him.
420.
Hey, who did that?
420.
You did that,
Good vibe.
Commander? That was fast.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Trigger.
Dude,
Fast
that
on the
was
trigger.
That
was
perfect. I couldn't do that quick.
Horrible.
Out of here.
What a host!
Peter,
What a
you
host!
got? What you got, Peter?
Well, when you start off,
what the
like,
heck?
I don't want to be a mood killer after we're all like vibing and stuff, All right, Peter, what
Well,
is it? Kill our
yeah.
mood.
Imagine Pulse going to $1, but we know this is crypto and it dumps 95%. So get prepared, okay?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
looking
that's-
already,
Uh-oh.
but we haven't even
Oh,
started
yeah.
this one yet.
There we go. Yeah, that's,
It's good. It's good to have long-term perspective. So
Yeah, you got to think of the cycles. I can
There's gonna
remember.
be ups and downs.
I can remember staking Hex originally and thinking to myself, being like, trying to gauge it out, being like 15 years. You're like, okay, when's the market going to be? It's probably going to be like 3 bull runs here, in the next 15 years. So like, where is that all going to spread out and parse that? That's something to think about. That is something to think about. So I mean,
Yeah,
That
be
is the-
prepared. Get
Yeah.
the treasure.
I think
I don't know.
Hodogog tweeted that like 2-3 weeks ago or 2 months ago. Be prepared for when Hex hits $5 at the next run, and then watch it correct down to 50 cents again, and imagine what the outcry will be on Twitter.
That's gonna be so bad. Streamers
might
are
see
gonna
that.
leave the space. We will have 100 people watching.
Some diehard
Like,
hodling.
Wake up Hex. Yes. It's gonna be the same shit over really. All over
Gotta
again.
be
Oh, yeah.
built for it.
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's awesome. I mean, like those.
I mean, Big Pep said the same thing. He's like, to $1. You know what I mean, or 50 cents. Yeah, I mean, it's a fair point, and it's totally doable. But
Yes.
for people that come in after, it's like, oh my gosh,
Oh yeah.
we're falling all the way down, and everybody here's like, bro, like I remember when 50 cents was the all-time high. So
Exactly. Oh yeah. I remember when the dream of the penny. So yeah, we got along. I mean, it's like Richard says, man. Like this shit can go way, 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 way higher than you ever expected, and way, 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 way lower than you ever expected. That is for real. It's the feature. It's the feature, not the bug.
Besides me, is everybody here retired?
I
Well,
mean,
Peter is retired.
Talk about that.
Peter's retarded. No, still working 9 to 5.
Yeah, man, me too.
I still work on projects, but not out of necessity. I just
But I
like
want to-
we're
Hex
still
is
in the
my-
bear, so
is my
I'm
ticket to
I'm
get out
earning
the
fiat,
red
man.
races.
Yeah,
I-
man. Yeah.
Practice
Awesome.
what I
Consulting.
preach.
Man,
You're in there.
yeah.
I'm working
Yeah,
too, man.
I still do consultant stuff, but I mean, it's more on the time that same thing. Projects I want to be working on.
Beautiful. Congratulations,
Amen.
guys.
And doing some of us are doing projects of our own within the community soon to come out. And I'm sure that y'all are thinking some things
Another
too.
shit coin.
Yeah, you know, Peter, opt out, bitch.
Oh man,
Here we go.
I'm all in. All in, man.
There we go.
Again.
You really
Got
opted
him.
out.
He has opted out.
Got him.
Damn, Peter, you're in the brick today. How's it looking down there?
He went
So
he went
wet,
under the sand.
muddy.
Oh,
Horrible.
muddy.
Nice.
No, I'm still working, but I see HEX as my ticket to get out the red race a
Oh, I
little bit
can't.
earlier than they want me to. So that is
All right,
kind
so
of
here's
me
one
trying to
DJ.
cheat the system. Yes.
To piggyback on Westcott.
Mhm.
Will we have DJ Cryptomatic streams and pre-shows at $1 HEX?
Hey man, let us know.
Maybe I just pivot to just keep doing that.
Hey, all right.
And maybe
Do that.
slowly
Full-time
fading
music.
out of my other 3 shows that I'm doing every week and just focus
Don't
on
leave
the
us. Don't leave
on the
us.
happy
man.
hour pre-run because
I love that.
those are the most funniest, to be honest.
Man, oh, I can't wait. I'll be throwing some yacht parties when we hit $1. So just
man.
y'all be prepared, man.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're ready.
Yes.
We're gonna
Yes.
take a
Miami.
bath in green buds.
Woo.
Where's the yacht taking off from?
Yeah, Miami actually. One of my guys hit me up and he's already asking me like, "Yo, we're gonna coordinate an event. I want to see if you could get your crypto guys on." And I'm like, "Dude, give us some time. Still the bear market in the bull, yes, but right now we need some time because he's trying to charge maybe 150 to 200 a ticket, but we're talking like a 90-foot yacht. So be prepared. We're gonna announce the Westcott crypto party real soon, but I'm gonna wait for the bull market so everybody got their
Yes,
bags up.
sir.
Yeah,
Does the yacht
absolutely.
have enough room for a live performance with Freddie Quotes and
You don't
Westcott?
know. You don't know. Of course.
We're coordinating a dance right now.
Hey man, food and drinks included too with the tickets. So be prepared. Be prepared,
Fuck
yo.
yeah.
Well,
Fuck yeah.
I was Freddie's tour DJ at least once, so backed him
Hey,
up in the
man.
live performance. So we
That was
Hey,
more
man.
fun.
got a
We
bit
do-
of
That was
practice
actually
there.
that
We'd
was
be happy
the,
to have you.
I mean,
the
we're
highest
having
mistakes documentary.
Yeah.
we're having
oh,
a,
is it?
Yeah.
we're having a lot of fun talking $1 HEX. Or is this fork, or would it be then 50-cent HEX, or the equivalent of $1 on 2 chains?
I think it's the combined. You gotta give combined numbers. You know,
Okay.
so like for
90,
a while.
10.
I'll allow
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but
All right, just trying to see.
But
you know,
that's
what
just
the
so
thinking.
that we have milestones to just continue to celebrate. You get combined value $1, then this one $1, then
I like
that one
it. I like
$1.
it.
You know that like more celebrations are better.
Expensive hex on all chains.
That's
Yes.
that's what Richard said he wants.
There you go.
I'd like to see it happen.
Hey man, Richard gets what he wants for sure.
Yeah, we just had the ICOSA price on the screen there, and that's something I don't think people should sleep on either, because the hyper inflationary part of that, it's going to come to an end in the next 6-12 months or whatever. So it supports the HEX
June,
ecosystem, so
July.
don't sleep on it.
If you had to,
Not
if you
even. I
had-
think it's like 4 or 5 months, huh?
I was
Does
gonna
it end
say,
like
go ahead.
does it end like as in like August or September that it ends?
Yeah, later this year.
Okay. Yeah.
If you had to go hard on one, what you guys taking? I know they're different protocols, but ICOSA or Fiat.io, eFiat.
Well,
eFiat for me, because I think it'll support ICOSA anyway. So if you have ICOSA, then
it's like
I think eFiat is going to support that.
I love free coins, so I am a
You said
huge fan of Hedron, huge fan of everything that Alex has put together. I think it's a super, super well thought out system. But like the things that you have to remember about Hedron and ICOSA versus Fiat famous stuff is that the Hedron and ICOSA they're tied to HEX in the sense that they have these ceiling prices that you can't go past these ceiling prices in HEX for them. So they kind of even at their max potential, kind of are limited by HEX's value and place along its in the market itself.
Right.
Whereas the fiat and famous thing is like totally separate and like
Mm-hmm.
has the potential to do. I mean, like if you're paying attention in the bear market to other stuff, the GMX stuff that the things that they're forking did very well.
Right.
So like and provide useful tools for smart and dumb people alike. But like
and the holders of them are more incentivized to
and the
hold
system
them.
is
Yes.
yeah, exactly. The system is more incentivized for you to hold their token. So like I think it has good reward, but like it definitely doesn't have the same ceiling based on another asset that Hedron and Icosa do. Which I mean
Right.
is it's fine. It's fine. I mean I like them both. I think that they
Right.
both have like some really good potential, but different. Super.
Have you guys heard DCC talk about fiat could be $5 within like the next few months, depending on when PulseChain launched? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, seen that. Yeah.
He said it twice. I sent him a super chat asking him like, "Are you sure, bro?" And
Say
he's
that
like,
again. Say that again.
$5 e-fiat. You know what I'm saying? Like what are we talking?
I mean,
here?
if you're into market cap, that's only what, $250 million
Ooh.
market cap.
10x from here.
So, I mean, if that's the thing too, is like those coins are very low supply, like 55 like million, right? Like
Yep, max.
Come on.
I think that
Dude.
it's less or something because and
Dude.
yeah, that's big.
that's some serious math in a bowl for such a low supply. So that's another reason I don't want people to sleep on them either.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Whoo.
But yeah, I'm not like some moon boy, but that math, like that seems more doable than a 1 cent PulseChain or something like that. So.
What? Wow.
Stop fighting
$5
$1
EFI
PulseChain.
before 1
Stop
cent
fighting
Pulse?
Westcott's
Yeah.
bag.
Sorry. Well, bro, you're trying to buy more, so I'll fund it
hell
until you
yeah.
get your bag full. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. I'll take it.
Yep.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I mean they're useful tools that I think are really like I'm excited for them just as protocols, just because like I think that Aave is something that is a really useful piece of DeFi technology, and like I don't have any problem with with any of part of it really. I think that the biggest thing that sucks is that they're never going to list HEX or any Richard Hart projects. Like it's just not going to ever happen.
Yep.
So like having our own version that will not gatekeep us and is great. That's super awesome. And like for our ecosystem to thrive, we need to have these tools in them. I don't say that everybody needs to use them or even invest in the token or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but I do think that like it's really a super great sign to see smart cats trying to build out amazing, the technology that they see the need and are accomplishing the goals. So I'm pretty stoked on that.
I mean, somebody's going to do it. So if you're the first mover, get out there and do it. I mean, Richard himself has said, I'd love, for instance, to see, something built that people can short HEX on. And, years later, we're going to get that maybe next week. So
yeah,
that's it. Whew. And like the incentives for holding/staking go to the community, which is another huge part instead of, as opposed to Aave, I think as well, which is an important point. So.
Oh, hugely important point because it's the difference between DeFi theater of having some sort of governance shit to actually getting yield from your from holding. So there's a very big difference too.
And while we're talking about this, I mean, I know you brought it up earlier, Big K, but Power City, I know Buck from the famous group, he's a big fan of Power City because if they're doing bridges, I don't know, what is it, 40 chains or something like that? I mean, that's how you get adoption into something like the PulseChain. If you can, easily swap and bring a platform such as Fiat or whatever, that's why they're so, such big fans of Power City, I think. And that's just another dynamic that we haven't even touched on.
Yep.
Good stuff.
It's awesome. So it's really cool to see all the stuff coming along. I mean, there's don't get me wrong, I'm super bullish and I can't wait for Pulse and everything to be out. But like, I'm really excited just for the whole next, year or so to see everything that gets built on top of it and the system running and everything else. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Been a long time coming though.
Yeah. Yes.
2 years in crypto is like forever.
Yes. But it's nice to see, like, I mean,
it may be
everything
worth it.
coming together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
RH tweeted something. What's this about?
Yeah, can you bring that up? I didn't see any rocket in the rocket.
Oh,
Cabana, you showed the launch of the spaceship and then it exploded. Damn.
Hey, they got 4 minutes of data. So
yes.
it was very expensive fireworks.
Anything after the liftoff was just bonus. They just needed to get it lifted off.
Expensive fireworks.
Yeah.
So the rocket that they sent up today exploded, huh?
Yeah, about 4 minutes into it finally let loose, and I was watching it on screen, and I was like, "Man, this is just amazing!" And it just keeps going and going and going, and then it just starts kind of gently waving and spinning, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't think that's by design." And then it kept spinning, and then finally it just couldn't take anymore and exploded. But I mean, even Elon said, he just wanted to get off the platform, and they had almost 4 minutes of data to collect, and they're gonna probably fire up another one, this summer. So
wow,
it's cool. That's how people innovate. You don't get anywhere without failure. So yeah.
True.
I mean, a lot of Elon's rockets exploded until they landed the first time. So,
yeah, I like fireworks.
But imagine if they only bought, I don't know, maybe HEX with that money.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yes.
Imagine.
Then they got 10,000 rockets.
My God.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
All right, gents, we've been going for an hour 20.
Yeah, let's end.
Yeah, I know it's late for our friends across the pond.
This is a lovely brunch.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed our time, gentlemen.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, guys. Good seeing
Very
everybody.
cool. Well, let's go around the room real quick and chill some stuff. Big K, where can we find you?
Big Krakowski on Twitter and Telegram. You can find me here. You can find me at the Steak and Bake here in another couple hours. You can find me Highest the Steaks coming out soon, 2 weeks ish.
Soon.
So forever. And that's I think it.
All right, Freddie Quotes.
Freddie.
Yo. Thanks for having me on, Cabana. Steak and Bake today, 4:10 Eastern, with Big Kurkowski and Tangent and a bunch of other people jumping in. Catch me on the tweets, Freddie Quotes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. DJ.
Yes, I'm at DJ Cryptomatic on Twitter. Please watch us on What the HEX every Thursday with Peter and Papa Boner on Discourse Syndicate. But most importantly, please, HEX community, follow me on Twitch. Woo. I'm streaming my ass off on Twitch 10 hours every week on Sundays, on Tuesdays, on Fridays.
And you're picking up some viewers, right?
Oh, I'm picking up viewers. It's going really well. I'm on a run right now, but I still could need a little bit more following support. Now, I don't expect, as I always said, anyone to watch my shows, but please at least give me that follow. It's not about me. It's not about the fame. It's not about anything. This is only to promote and put out the HEX brand to these no-coiners and gamers that are on Twitch. It's an audience there.
There's a lot of HEX sound effects as well.
Yeah,
have on the show, so it's community oriented. So if you haven't
community
checked it out,
vibe, please support me on Twitch. That's most importantly for me. I'm pumping your bags, trying to.
Thank you.
Bags and sacks and boners, Papa B,
everything.
Where can we find you?
Well, you can.
If you want to be found, I don't know if you would like to be found.
I'm like a bad penny. Somebody finds me at some point. But I'm I've got this shirt that says I'm with Stupid, and usually I try to line it up with Peter on the What the Hex show. But DJ Cryptomatic right now is to my side, so He's the guy that I
change
stream
that.
with once a week. Thank you. There we go. I was stupid. No, Peter's not stupid. Far from stupid. He's a very intelligent guy. DJ Cryptomatic, great to stream with both of you once a week on the What the HEX show, which we've already covered. But tonight at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, I'll be on a Twitter space, the security roundtable discussion that will be opened up. Now more than ever, it's increasingly important to take your security posture fucking seriously because the scammers are out.
Sure.
Vic Kurkowski is giving some kind of Heil sign.
I saw.
Don't say that.
I have a question.
What?
I saw.
We have German here.
Don't say that.
Ledger was selling a chain for you to wear your ledger around.
I saw this.
Oh no!
It was disgusting.
Do you recommend I purchase the chain for my own security?
Just the chain.
Yes, but only if you wrap it several times around your testicles and keep it in your pants. The most idiotic thing
That's
I've
what
ever
the spoon
seen.
is for.
Ever. Do not advertise by wearing your hardware wallet around your neck on something that can easily be yanked right off. Do not do that. You're a mark. Stealth wealth. Keep your fucking stuff at the privacy of your own home. Ledger or Trezor only from the manufacturer's website only. We're covering it today in this roundtable discussion on Twitter Space. I've tweeted it out, and also my co-host is Hex Hangout, who's an incredible security specialist in his own right. I'm just a totally second grade level, the shouter, the poker of chests, saying that you must get this stuff done. He is a professional. So come on. And if you're spinning up that you should take some alternative approach to security, come to our chat and voice your opinion. Let's hear it out. Thank you.
Boom. Westcott, you might have a thing or two in the works, man. Where can we find you and tell us about it?
Hey man, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Westcott Crypto everywhere. You could Google it; it'll pop up. Watch my new show with ATX Crypto, Pulse Nation, every Wednesday, 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. And also we're gonna start doing the spaces 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday on Twitter. So yeah, check me out. You see the logo.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Peter, what the heck?
So, what the hex? Wake up hex. You can find me there. Sunday I stream in my native tongue on the Discord syndicate, and
200 views last Sunday. You're making rounds finally.
Freddie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all of Slovakia.
That's almost, yeah.
When will you be broadcasting to India and going for Indian adoption?
With your
I leave that to other ex-Mexicans.
Okay. And on that note, we will call it a week for the Happy Hour show. Thank you to the Wake Up Hex crew for joining me for this brunch over here, but also Big K and Freddie Quotes. Kinetic was on earlier. Toby wants to stop by. Good stuff, man. And this is what it's about: community and
fun stream.
Just love hanging out with my dudes and talking
Happy Hour
crypto
always
and,
is.
Yeah, thank you guys. And we'll do it again in studio next week. So until then, cheers, everybody. Woo.
Hey, cheers.
Yeah.
All right, take care.
All right.